Nevada sells a clean story. Sunshine, new roofs, low taxes, and a short drive to mountains or the Strip. In 2025, the fine print matters more than the brochure. Tile roofs hide aging underlayment. Attics run 130 degrees and punish flimsy ductwork. SIDs and lids outlive the sales flyers that introduced them. Insurance, HOA reserves, water rules, and short-term rental laws now decide winners and losers as much as location. Tonight, we count down 10 Nevada markets where the difference between a smooth life and an expensive lesson comes down to envelopes, drainage, and discipline. If you shop here this year, carry a checklist, not a wish list. And if you want the next map, next city, and next set of street-level signals before the headlines catch up, subscribe to Discover the Nation. We'll keep you ahead of the curve, one roof letter and reserve study at a time.
Number 10. North Las Vegas. North Las Vegas offers newish houses at friendly prices, which tempts buyers to skip the checklist. Do not. Many 2005 to 2012 builds hit synchronized replacement cycles, water heaters, condensers, and underlayment aging together. HVAC in hot attics demands sealed returns and MERV filters that do not choke airflow. Ask for static pressure readings, not just a cold vent demo. Backyard walls often belong to HOAs. Learn who pays when a monsoon topples a shared run. STR rules differ between city and unincorporated county. Appraisals stay tracked tight. Model match plus pool is still model match if the last three comps were incentive heavy. Newer corridors carry SIDs and LIDs. Those assessments outlive the marketing. Demand written dates for elastomeric coatings on flat sections and confirm side yard drainage. Narrow setbacks pond water at slabs. Pull a utility reality check. Summer bills expose duct leakage and unbalanced systems. Ask for tune-up invoices and thermostat runtime data. Inspect irrigation valves and zone maps. Mismatched emitters, flood planters, and starve trees. Polylines near slabs stain stucco. Extend heads and redirect spray. If there is a soft water system, confirm ownership and maintenance. Neglected resin tanks foul fixtures. For pools, verify anti-entrapment compliance and deck expansion joints. Heaved decks flag soil movement. Hairline stucco cracks around windows demand sealant. UV breaks it quickly. Investors should plan for vacancy when 5 identical models hit the portal. Owners sleep best with shade, sealed ducts, drip that misses stucco, and fences with receipts, not just paint. Our NLV first-year budget worksheet bakes in synchronized replacements so you are not surprised. Join Discover the Nation to download it.
Number 9. Summerlin. Summerlin packages lifestyle and resale confidence. Parks, trails, pristine common areas. The trap is assuming HOA polish equals low ownership cost. Many villages carry SIDs in lids. Read payoff balances and amortization. Tile roofs are not forever. Underlayment bids land harder than expected. West-facing lots roast. SHGC numbers and a real shade are worth more than a waterfall island. Pool equipment needs service history. Variable speed pumps save only when programmed. Appraisals stay model tight. The stunning kitchen 2 streets off the best comps will not lift the grid. Ask for reserve studies, perimeter walls, gate operators, and asphalt drive dues. Wind exposes lazy yard design. Check rock depth, fabric edges, and downspout landings. STRs? Many villages prohibit them outright. Some subs add stacked dues. Master plus sub-association. Total the stack. Gate operators and call boxes dominate reserves. Ask about replacement cycles. Solar, PPA versus lease versus owned changes resale velocity. Read transfer fees and escalators. Red rock exposed pockets take wind. Review fence post footings and block caps. 2-story plans need returns on both levels and temperature splits within range. Single-zone systems cook upstairs rooms. Builders' incentives linger in the comp set. Ask your agent for net prices on recent new build resales to see the true baseline. The trails sell themselves. The budget behaves only when the envelope does.
Number 8. Mesquite markets retirement ease and I-15 convenience. The risk is heat, HOAs, and water. Single-story plans with tile roofs look bulletproof until the underlayment clocks out at year 18 to 25 and bids arrive bigger than your first car. Desert landscaping saves water only if drip lines are tuned. Overspray rots stucco from the bottom up. Golf-adjacent tracks sell the postcard, but fairway winds punish cheap window packages and push dust through unsealed can lights. Appraisals follow tight comps. A beautifully refreshed one-off will not pull the block up if the last 3 sales were incentive-heavy. Verify HOA reserves, not just amenities. Older clubhouses, asphalt, and perimeter walls show up in dues when reserves trail inflation. Demand written dates for elastomeric coatings on any flat sections. Ask for blower door results or at least attic photos showing baffles, and get a pool equipment service history in writing. If you intend part-time rental, check city caps, licensing queues, and HOA covenants first. Maybe allowed becomes absolutely not the week after you close. Budget like a local. Condensers that bake in full sun age fast. Read service tags for the last 3 summers. Tile resets should list replaced pans, bird stops, and valley metal, not just tune-up. Backing a desert wash? Confirm erosion control and who maintains it. Pull water bills for seasonal spikes that hint at invisible drip leaks. Check weep screed clearance. Gravel should sit below the metal edge, not bury it. If there's a casita, verify separate HVAC zoning. One system serving 2 structures labors all July. Reserve studies should include mailbox clusters, gate controllers, and perimeter lighting. Small line items that become big dues later.
Number 7. Pahrump. Pahrump is where space is cheap and surprises are not. Parcels feel generous, utility realities do not. Private wells and septic bring freedom and also test results, pump ages, and leach field diagrams you must see before you sign. Manufactured homes anchored long ago can look tidy while skirting hides broken heat tape and rodent paths. Asphalt driveways crack fast without edge support in high heat. That is a budget line, not a cosmetic quibble. Wind loads punish patio covers. Unengineered awnings become insurance claims after the first monsoon. Appraisals stay sensitive to construction type. Site-build comps do not lift manufactured, and mixed streets cap ceilings below newcomer expectations. Order water quality reports, septic inspections with dye tests, and tie-down certification if the home is manufactured. Confirm power drop capacity if you plan EV charging, and price a softener. Hard water, choose heaters and fixtures. If STR ideas are in your head, read county spacing buffers now. Audit the well system, pump horsepower, pressure tank size, and cycle frequency. Undersized tanks hammer pumps and shorten life. Septic lid should be located and uncovered for inspection. Add risers for future access. Propane, verify tank ownership, refill history, and rules on swapping suppliers. Wind exposure on open corners means fence repairs and tumbleweed drifts. Plan fencing and gates accordingly. If you're thinking livestock, confirm zoning and water rights before you build a corral. Wired shop claims often mean one 15-amp circuit and hope. Check amperage and subpanels. Pahrump rewards buyers who treat infrastructure like the house. Map service steps, walk drainage paths, and fence to keep the desert and your landscaping on opposite sides of the line. We keep a utilities checklist, well, septic, power, and propane, so you do not guess.
Number 6. Carson City. Carson City straddles 2 climates, high desert sun and Sierra winters. Roofs and windows do double duty. South-facing glass bakes in July unless SHGC ratings are real. Snow loads on the lee side of gables test cheap underlayment in January. Older neighborhoods mix stick-built charm with additions that complicate duct runs. Rooms over garages run cold without dedicated returns. Frozen hose bibs become crawlspace surprises where insulation is thin. Appraisals respect the nearest blocks. Mountain views did not automatically lift a street that has not moved. Ask for roof letters that mention membrane type, valley flashing, and ice dam strategy, not just appears serviceable. Verify attic ventilation on steep dormers. Heat traps shorten shingle life at altitude. Near wildland interfaces, read insurer brush clearance rules and price defensible space like a real project. Shoulder seasons stretch vacancies unless your envelope is snug. Crawl spaces need vapor barriers and rodent exclusions. Missing both raises humidity and risks wiring damage. Check copper supply lines for freeze protection. On steep lots, inspect retaining systems and drain mats. Freeze-thaw bullies marginal walls. Pellet or wood stoves require permits and clearances for insurance. For roofs, request photos of valleys and penetrations. Ice shields should extend beyond eaves where snow lingers. Near 50 or 395, do a noise test at rush hour and verify window upgrades also handle sound. Recent utility bills or a HER score help price winter reality before you light the first fire. Want our altitude roof letter template? Exactly what to ask the roofer to certify? Subscribe to Discover the Nation and copy-paste it to your inspector.
Number 5. Henderson. Henderson sells upscale with a view. In 2025, the numbers argue for engineering over ambiance. Steep lots mean retaining walls. Ask for permits, drain mats, and weep hole photos. Inspirata and Cadence come with SIDs and LIDs. Calculate remaining balances and interest before the model home smell wins you. Tile underlayment ages in silence. Bid it now, not after the first leak. STR rules vary by boundary. Henderson is not Las Vegas, and HOAs add vetoes. Solar leases can help, or handcuff. Read escalators, inverter age, and transfer fees. Appraisals will not pay for your view if the last 3 sales did not. Wind finds shortcuts in side yards. Confirm grade slopes away from slabs and splash blocks actually splash. Pools chew money without covers and tune-ups. Heaters, salt cells, and automation boards have birthdays too. Belly drains behind walls should daylight. If they do not, ask why. On view decks, inspect guardrail anchors and deck waterproofing. UV plus wind is cruel. Mountain shadows change solar output. Get production reports and shade studies. Many 2-story plans need zoning dampers. Verify they exist and work. In airport influence zones, check avigation disclosures and noise abatement windows. Resale buyers will. Pull city records for grading violations or expired permits. Earthwork disputes travel with the parcel. Henderson works for buyers who value boring attics, documented roofs, real window specs, and HOA reserves that fund streets and walls more than newsletters. We track Henderson SIDs and LIDs by village. Subscribe to Discover the Nation and sanity check your monthly all-in payment before you fall for the view. Number 4. Sparks. Sparks rides Reno's orbit and shares its weather, but tracked timing matters. Whole phases hit the market together. Buyers show up with spreadsheets. Tile roofs hide aging felt. Ask for underlayment receipts, not guesses. Stucco hairlines are normal. Unsealed control joints are not. Valley scuppers on low-slope transitions tell you whether water went where it should. In the North Valleys, wind exposure tears at patio covers and fence panels. Bid replacement before you fall for the pergola. Appraisers will anchor to the last 3 models sold. Incentives included. Your granite will not outrun the math. Check HOA reserve studies for asphalt and perimeter walls. Those costs do not care how pretty the pool is. Detention behind the lot? Learn who maintains it and read the sediment removal budget. Confirmed snowmelt discharge paths away from foundations. Side yards often pond during thaws. On newer builds, read window U factor and SHGC labels. West-facing sliders leak heat without low E. Backs to open space. Check CCNRs for fencing rules and wildlife corridors. Measure garage depth. Many 2-car bays are 19 feet and do not fit trucks. Ask for radon results. Nearby basins can post elevated readings. If you inherit solar, read net metering terms and inverter age. Production dips fast in low winter sun. Investors should underwrite flat rents and 1 vacant month. Synchronized listings means synchronized concessions. Owners win by buying boring. Straight tucks, clean soffit ventilation, drip lines that miss stucco, and roof letters that specify valley metal, not just tile counts. We chart Sparks track-by-track timing so you can avoid listing pileups. Subscribe to Discover the Nation for that calendar.
Number 3. Reno. Reno blends tech, university stability, and mountain weather that punishes thin envelopes. South Meadows and DeMonte Ranch move fast. Synchronized aging hits them hard. Snow load and sun load both matter. Ask for roof letters that mention valley metal and ice dam strategy, and window SHGC and U factors you can read on the sticker. Crawl spaces deserve lights and photos. Missing insulation loves your winter bill. Wildfire insurance lines move faster than listings. Check carrier appetite and brush clearance rules near the interface. Appraisals remain neighborhood tight. A killer remodel lands where the block lands. Backing open space? Study drainage and erosion control. Natural is not stable. Investors should underwrite shoulder season vacancy. Ski weeks fill, April often yawns. Verify HVAC sizing and balance reports. Undersized returns scream during inversions. Composite backs need proper fasteners. Freeze-thaw loosens lazy installs. Ice and water shield should run beyond eaves on north faces. Swales behind yards can clog. Confirm city versus HOA maintenance. Ask for radon tests and mitigation specs. Fans need power and correct exterior discharge. Cap sprinkler heads near foundations. Overspray plus freeze causes spalling. Owners win by buying the climate kit. Attic ventilation, sealed ducts, documented heat pump or furnace service, and gutters that carry meltwater to daylight. If the home has a crawl space, verify ground vapor barrier overlaps and taped seams. Cold air washing through rim joists is a silent bill. Review HOA snow removal scope and trigger depths. Gaps between private lanes and city plows leave icy berms that refreeze. Check garage door R-value and weather stripping. Unconditioned but leaky garages convect cold into living areas. If the house touts evapassist, remember swamp coolers underperform in shoulder season humidity. Prioritize a sealed, balanced forced air system. Pull permit history for additions. Unpermitted bonus rooms often lack insulation and dedicated returns. Finally, price gutter heat cables and roof anchors now. Safety gear is cheaper before the first storm, not after.
Number 2. Paradise and Enterprise. Paradise and Enterprise hold the Strip's gravity: jobs, conventions, visitor cycles. The 2025 trap is assuming tourism demand equals landlord leverage. STR laws in unincorporated Clark County are stricter than rumor. Permits, spacing, and caps can end a plan. Condo hotel projects carry HOA dues that feel like a second mortgage. Read reserve lines for elevators, chillers, facades. Single-family tracts from the 2000s now enter full replacement cycles: heaters, condensers, underlayment. Appraisals are tract-bound. Close to the Strip does not lift a model if the last 3 comps were discounted. Flood channels work until debris collects. Follow downspouts to see if daylight means your neighbor's yard. New stucco begs the question why. Sprinkler overspray returns as peeling paint. Check CCSD school boundaries if resale is your exit. Shifts change buyer pools. Condo hotel rental programs have splits, blackout dates, and housekeeping fees. Gross is not net. Block walls with neighbor tie-ins? Mismatched heights invite disputes after storms. If 3-tab roofs were converted to tile, confirm structural calcs. Weight matters. Plan EV charging with panel amperage and meter location. Side yards are tight. Cul-de-sacs that drain inward need a rain test. Ponding at aprons becomes your weekend hobby. Investors should pencil vacancy and HOA enforcement. Fines now have teeth. Add practical power and water math. Many utility plans use time-of-use pricing. Ask sellers for a 12-month bill export and overlay one-times from smart thermostats so you can budget peak rates. If the home has a flat roof section, request elastomeric recoat dates and warranty terms. UV exposure ends lifetime early here. Read FEMA flood maps for AO/AE zones. Some pockets near channels require elevated insurance deductibles. On condo hotels, request the last 2 years of special assessments and the next 5 years of capital plans. Chiller and facade projects move dues in $1,000 chunks. Verify pool barrier compliance and VGBA drain covers. Failed re-inspections carry fines.
Number 1. Las Vegas, citywide. Las Vegas is the headliner and the market where listing theater collides with appraisal gravity. In 2025, softening shows up in price cuts, synchronized listings, and model match comps that include last year's builder incentives. Tile roofs mask underlayment age. Elastomeric on flat sections is a calendar item, not a flourish. Ducts in 130-degree attics leak dollars unless sealed and tested. Ask for static pressure readings and a recent tune-up, not just a cool vent. Water matters even in desert yards. Misaimed drip heads saturate slabs and stain stucco. STR rumors do not equal permits. Clark County, City of Las Vegas, and Henderson run different playbooks, and HOAs often trump them. SIDs and LIDs survive marketing cycles. Know your balance. Appraisers are model hawks. Your staging does not outrun 3 recent discounts. Request duct leakage tests and photo proof of mastic at joints. 2-story plans should show zone dampers and barometric bypass. Single-zone units cook upstairs rooms. Stucco control joints need intact sealant. UV breaks it. Budget a recock cycle. New turf needs proper base depth and drainage. Flooded turf smells forever. Solar requires rapid shutdown compliance, sound roof penetration flashings, and inverter warranties that still live. Pools need energy math with and without a cover. Wind eats heat. The Vegas house that treats you well is painfully boring on paper. Shade where it matters, sealed ducts, roof documentation, balanced returns, drip that misses stucco, and HOAs that fund walls and asphalt, not just entries and flowers. Want our Vegas 6-point walkthrough? Roof, panel, ducts, drainage, STR rules, SIDs, and LIDs on a single page? Subscribe to Discover the Nation and carry it before the comps carry you. Add a soil and service reality check. Trenching through caliche for drains or gas lines is costly. Get bids before you greenlight backyard kitchens or fire pits. Many 1990s 2000s homes still run 100 to 125 amp main panels. EV chargers and heat pump upgrades often require service increases. Price this now. If copper to PEX transitions were done, ask for permit numbers and manifold photos. Bad crimps hide in walls until pressure spikes. For windows, confirm DP ratings and low E coatings on west elevations. Blinds do not fix solar gain. Inspect side yard gates and block caps. Wind uplift turns loose caps into projectiles. On fully remodeled flips, pull the roof and HVAC permits. Cosmetic work moves faster than mechanical approvals. Finally, review HOA violation histories and fine schedules. Repeat landscape and paint citations follow properties, not owners, and can slow closings.
Nevada still offers what drew people here in the first place: sun, space, and speed. The difference in 2025 is that the spreadsheets decide the stories. Buy the envelope before the island. Buy drainage before the view. Buy reserves before the newsletter. If you are selling, price to the comps that actually closed, not the kitchen that photographs well. If you are buying, inspect like a pessimist and own like a pro. Roof letter, sewer scope where it applies, duct seal, window specs, reserve studies, and rule books in hand. We will keep tracking the blocks that move first, the villages that run hot or cold, and the line items that make or break your budget. Subscribe to Discover the Nation for weekly city breakdowns, map-based risk sheets, and the on-the-ground details that turn a desert dream into a durable home.